What's up YouTube, Jamie the Kid 00 here, and I'm coming to you guys with a very requested deck profile. A little while ago when the TCG ban list had not been announced and the OCG one had, my first and only deck profile for that list was Dragon Ruler Plants, and ever since then I relabeled the video as OCG, and ever since then people have been requesting that I actually do a video for the specific TCG ban list. Now for ages I tried testing a build that was playing all 4 of the dragons, and I really couldn't get it to work. There were so many cards that I wanted to play, and there just wasn't enough room. So this is actually going to be a very interesting build that I know a few other people have been playing, and a friend of mine actually recommended to me that only plays 2 of the big dragons. It only plays 2 Dragon Rulers, because they're the main 2. The other 2 just get in the way. And it focuses far more on your Synchro plays and a lot less on your Xyz plays, as the extra deck will reflect. But for now, this is the list I'm playing. I can do a 4 dragon list, but I will not be happy with the list. So it will just be for the sake of a video. This is a list that I'm happy with. It may not be optimal, but I'm happy with the way this list plays. There are a few things I guess I can change in future, but that's something that I'll have to work out through testing. Because I'm not a massive fan of this deck. There are things I prefer. There are simpler decks that I prefer. But it's definitely by no means a weak deck. So we're going to get into the list. So we're playing 3 copies of perhaps the most potent dragon in this deck, Tempest, the Dragon Ruler of Storms. Tempest is in here because a lot of your targets in here are wind. It's very, very easy to summon. It's the card that you're going to be summoning a lot more. You're not going to be summoning the other dragon nearly as much. It's also very effective because it allows you to search your D.D.R dragon, which, as people will know, is a massive card in the plant engine. So, your 3 Tempests are in there. The other dragon we play is the 3 copies of Redox, Dragon Ruler of Boulders. Redox is in here, not as a searcher, mainly as the Reborn, but also because we play a lot of different Earth targets, and it's very versatile with cards like Dandylion. It allows you to make incredible Dandylion Reborn plays, so it's definitely a good card, but it's a lot more dead than Tempest. Like, Tempest is the key dragon for this build. We then play the 3-card plant engine in the form of Lonefire Blossom, Dandylion, and Spore. I shouldn't have to really explain this too much. I actually draw this Lonefire dead a lot. I see these 2 way before I see this a lot of the time, which is kind of sad. Like, I hardly ever get to go, like, drop Big Dragon, go Lonefire, get Spore, go 8, or, like, have Tetherwolf on a 7 and then go, like, drop the Spore play. But I like, never have that. I never have it, so kind of sad. I then play the double D.D.R dragon for your plant engine, for reviving your stuff, making your Black Rose plays, and Black Rose is huge right now because of its ability to basically be a pseudo storm, and people are going to be setting crazy amounts of back row still. So like Black Rose is a very potent thing in getting your pluses, because the way this deck works is you need to keep generating pluses over your opponent. It's a bit more advantage based, and you don't play traps in this. There's 1 trap in this deck because there's no room. And you're wanting to gain advantage over your opponent, and if you can remove their back row, you're able to play a lot more aggressively and not have to worry about going heavy minus with things like Torrential. I then play double Card Trooper. It combos really well with the plant engine and the D.D.R dragon, and it combos very well with the dragons as well. It can banish the dragons. It can be discarded with alongside Redox to make a Reborn play. It can be banished to summon Redox. It's just a great card, and it gets you 4 cards into the deck by milling 3 and then drawing 1 when it dies. So it's just a really versatile card, and it's very, very effective with D.D.R dragon. I'm currently testing double Reborn Tengu, mainly because it's a wind for my Tempest. And it's also really, really powerful with your plant engine, like have Tengu, like 1 for 1 for Spore, make Synchro, Tengu gets a new guy. If you have a plant in grave, you can special summon the Spore again with the new Tengu, and you've like made Librarian, and then you make another Synchro and draw 1, so it's nice plays, nice plays. Then a very interesting card, which is actually incredibly effective. I'm playing 3 copies of Mecha Phantom Beast Tetherwolf. Those of you who don't know what Tetherwolf does, it's a card that reads, when this card is normal summoned, special summon 1 Mecha Phantom Beast token, which is a machine type level 3 with attack 0 and defense 0. And this card's level is increased by the total levels of all Mecha Phantom Beast tokens on the field. So basically when he's normal summoned, he's 7. And then if he attacks, he can kill that token in damage step, and he'll attack for 25 instead of 17. But it's the fact that I've seen various plays used with this. Like, you can have this guy on the field and then summon like a 1 for 1 for Spore and make it 8 because it'll be a 7 when the token is out. Or I've seen plays where people are like, they have a dead hand and they summon this, get the token, and then they 7-star sword this away because it's a 7. And they've still got the token to defend them to some degree. So it's actually a very versatile card in this deck, and I don't know if I said it, it's a wind for Tempest, so it's all adding up. I then play double Veiler. I don't like Maxi at the moment. I feel that Veiler is good in this, especially because if you see your Spore before you see your 1-for-1, that 1-for-1 becomes dead. So I like to have the double Veiler in there for that. I then play double Tragoedia. Tragoedia is in there to stop the OTK plays, and it's very versatile. It's able to modulate its level very effectively, and improve your Xyz and Synchro plays. A play I actually end up doing a lot with this is I keep talking about 1-for-1, but like dropping Tragoedia when my opponent attacks, then either 1-for-1ing or normal summoning a Spore or a Veiler and making Star Eater, which is really nice. Really, really nice. And then the final monster I play is one Gorz, because Gorz is Gorz, and it's a level 7, which is incredibly, incredibly relevant in this deck. And its token helps you make Star Eater with D.D.R. Dragon. Then for the spells, this is basically just like, I don't know how many it is, like 13 good spells, or 15, or however many it is. So we played the one Dark Hole and the one Mind Control. I wasn't a big fan of Book in this deck, just really wasn't. Continuing with the one-offs, I play 1-1-for-1, because this is incredibly potent with plants. 1 Foolish Burial, plants, dragons, and 1 Gold Sarcophagus because it went to 1. And if you can banish you can use this to rota for your rota for a Redox, Tempest, or D.D.R. Dragon. So it's quite nice. It's quite nice. And then play double Sacred Sword for banishing our Tetherwolves or our big dragons, getting ourselves a bit of a plus, or at least a 2 for 2. I'm playing the double Lance just to make sure my Synchros resolve and my Synchros come down, because there's nothing you hate more than committing your resources into a play and then having your Synchros instantly killed by a Bottomless or all sorts of traps that are in play at the moment. And then testing double D.D.R, Different Dimension Reincarnation. This card is relevant because of the Dragon engine we play and the Spore. The main sources of banishment in this deck, other than your opponent's banishment effects, whatever they may be, are your dragons and the Spore play. Spore will most often be banishing your Dandylion or your Lonefire from grave to make itself summon, and the ability to D.D.R back, say that Lonefire, and then have the Lonefire tribute itself to get like a Dandylion to go with the Spore you just revived. Or you can go D.D.R, you can activate Tempest banishing D.D.R. Dragon and then D.D.R back the D.D.R. Dragon and make Star Eater. And you can make all sorts of plays with these D.D.Rs. And there are quite a few cards in this deck you want to discard. Like, you want to discard your Spore, you want to discard your Dandylion. So you're not left without discard fodder. Like, discarding a big dragon isn't bad with this either, so it's pretty good. I'm not sure if I like 1 or 2, but 2's definitely been working, especially with the absence of Reborn now. You can get some really cool stuff banished. Like, later on, if you've had, like, a Star Eater die, I'm pretty sure Star Eater can be reborn and things like that. Let me actually read Star Eater. Oh, wait, no. Can't be special summoned in other ways. But, I mean, there have been plays where I can, like, I've made Stardust or Scrap Dragon, and it's since been sent to Graveyard, and I've been able to banish it with a big dragon, and then D.D.R that back, like, you know, say you've got, like this Scrap Dragon has died, and you banish it with Redox, summoning Redox, and then you D.D.R this back. Or if you banish a Black Rose that was in your graveyard, bringing out a big dragon, and then you can D.D.R the Black Rose, attack for damage with the dragon and Black Rose, and make a Dracossack. So, it's very versatile. And I've talked about this card for about 2 minutes now, so we'll carry on. Then for the 3 elf spells, I play triple MST because you need back row out of the way, and macro and things like that are a pain. Even though they're at 1, you're still afraid of it. And then I'm playing triple Scapegoat because Scapegoat is incredibly versatile with the Dragon and Plant engine. Well, by dragon I mean like D.D.R. Dragon. You're able to summon Effect Veiler to make Formula Synchron plays. It's just a very, very versatile card in this deck, and it almost doubles as a trap for keeping you alive. And then I may as well just throw this in now. The last card I play in the main is the 1 Return from the Different Dimension. For basically the same reason I play the D.D.Rs, just because you're going to be able to banish quite a large amount of stuff, and in some pinches you do need to bring it all back. So that is the main board. If you have any questions about that, feel free to PM me, comment down below. But now we're about to move on to the extra. The extra is something I had a lot of trouble with, and I'm still not happy with, because there's just no room. There is not enough room for everything you want to play. But this is what I'm playing right now, and it will probably change every day I play this deck. So we're playing 1 Formula Synchron. I'm actually not playing Armory Arm. I should probably be playing it, but there was no room for it, and I hardly ever make it. So Armory Arm is not a part of this deck. Formula Synchron is just in here because it lets you so many pluses, lets you make so many good plays, lets you Black Rose in your opponent's turn, lets you make Shooting Star Dragon. It's just a good card. It's just a good card. For the 5s, we play 1 Catastor and 1 Librarian. Librarian because you get loads of advantage from your Synchro plays. Catastor because it's a killer. It just kills so many different things. For the 6s, I'm playing 1 Orient Dragon, because it's incredible in the mirror match against zombies and against Blackwings. So it's very good against all of those decks, and it's very easy to make with a Debris Dragon and 2 Goat tokens, and you also side 3 Max C, so you can see where that's becoming a lot more relevant. Then, doubling with that, I just play a muscle card in the form of Iron Chain Dragon. Again, for the Debris Dragon plays with Goat tokens, and we do side the Maxis. Then for the 7s are both the same. They're 2 copies of Black Rose Dragon. Sometimes I found myself needing a second Black Rose. Like, that's my only explanation. A lot of the time, my Debris Dragon plays end up being 4 Black Rose Dragon. So, the double Black Rose. Like, even if I don't activate the effect the second time, I'll sometimes go Debris Dragon, get Dandy, make 7, and then special summon like Redox by banishing that Dandy and that Debris Dragon, and then exceeds for Dracossack and things like that. So it's just in there for versatility. Then we play 3 8s in the form of 1 Crimson Blader, 1 Stardust Dragon for obvious reasons, and 1 Scrap Dragon because Scrap Dragon is an absolute monster for removing obstacles. And then for the big synchros we play, these are like our absolute boss monsters. I play 1 copy of Shooting Star Dragon because you can make it very, very easily in this deck. Like, all you need is a Redox Reborn play or like a D.D.R play, and you're making that card. And then I play 2 copies of Star Eater because there are a lot of situations in which you will want to make 2. Like, I didn't think that in the original build with the 4 dragons, but in this variant, like, you make this so often with, like, bringing back a level 4 Spore to go with your Tetherwolf, or Debris Dragoning, and having a big dragon on board, and you can just do so much with those 2. And then the final 2 cards I play are 2 Exceeders in the form of number 11 Big Eye and Mecha Phantom Beast Dracossack. Those are the only Exceeders I play, because you hardly ever Exceed with this deck anymore. Like, it's so infrequent, it's not even funny. But yeah, that brings me to the end of this deck profile. I really quite enjoy the way this deck has been playing. It's not, in my opinion, the best deck. A lot of people think it's really, really good. And I want to say it's not what Dragon Rulers used to be. It's not you pick up this deck and win a YCS. It's definitely, I don't want to say skillful. It definitely requires some thought. It's definitely not 100% perfect. There are definitely decks that I probably jump to quicker. But at the moment, I'm having a lot of fun with it. And it's definitely a fun deck. Like, you have a lot of fun making some of the various different things. If you have any questions about the build, or questions about what my other build would look like, please put them in the comment section below. But don't expect a video for it, like, in the near future, because I'm pretty happy with how this build has been. And when I'm happy with a build, I'm not going to change it. So, yeah. I think that's about everything I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys have enjoyed. As per usual, like, comment, subscribe. Well, I say as per usual, I haven't asked that in a long time, but like, comment, subscribe. Check out the description below, which should have the deck list in, and it will also have a link to my Facebook page, which I would love it if you guys liked. And otherwise, I will see you guys when I next see you. This has been Jamie the Kid 00. Peace out. Bye.